Welcome. We're going to do a guided meditation specifically on shifting our energy so we can attract the money, the wealth, the abundance, the so muchness that the world has to offer. So as we get started, my meditations are a little not meditation-y, so there's not a lot of rules. You can sit, you can lay down, you can have a journal out, you can have your eyes open, closed, whatever feels good to you in this moment. So I'm going to start off by closing my eyes, taking a deep breath. You may follow me if you like. And let's get into it. As you find yourself wherever you are, sitting, laying down, just check in. Is there a way you can be 5% cozier? Do you need socks, a blanket? Do you need to get your cup of tea? Whatever you want is fair game, because we are following what feels good today. And if you've been in this kind of crazy world of learning about law of attraction, manifestation, energy, positive thinking, you can call it whatever you want to call it, it's all kind of the same thing. And so if this concept is not brand new to you, then I know you're already following me and know that, yes, it's a good idea to once in a while get cozy and wiggle into that place where you just feel really good. Because as we feel really good, our energy and our emotions reflect that. We emanate, we pulse out that signal to the universe. I promise I won't get weirder than that. And that is how we create the energy that attracts things. And so as we feel good, the universe wants to match us up with other things that feel good. It's quite normal, if you've never intentionally tried to do things differently, it's quite normal for your energy to reflect or match whatever you see. So of course, if it's a good day, then of course you feel good and fantastic. You're attracting more good things. Then if something bad happens and you are feeling negative, then yes, in theory, you're attracting more negative things. But what's really happening is your energy is just in the wind, and you're at the mercy of whatever you are looking at, which is pretty risky in our world. And so the magic of intentionally using law of attraction or setting our energy is that we stop being so conditional on the world. We learn that we can choose our emotions, exercise well-being, regardless of what's going on. And when we can exercise good energy in the midst of not good energy, we are truly finding our power. So let's take a couple more deep breaths before we start wiggling into our money and abundant vibration. So maybe 2 or 3 deep breaths on your own. I invite you to try to take in as much air as possible, to exhale as much as possible, like you're just gonna completely empty your lungs, and relax your shoulders at the same time. So it looks like this. Even if your eyes are closed and nobody's around, I invite you to smile a little bit, knowing that, man, you're here. You're on your path strongly, going in the direction you want. You're in the right place. You're doing new things. You're following the path. And so you are likely further along than you realize. Congratulations. Now, if you have a history with money and abundance that makes you easily think, I don't have any, it's hard, it's difficult, I'm always struggling, my family always struggled. If you've had these types of thoughts going on for a while, then it could be difficult to just dive in and say, all right, what's the vibration of money? Think about it and go find it. And so it's nice to shift there, right? It's kind of hard to imagine something that is really hard to imagine. And so if you're far away from that, then what we want to do is take a baby step. And even if you don't have deep background of negative self-talk on the topic of money, this is still really good. In my personal practice, I always do what we're about to do before I actually think about the money. Now this part's easy because what we're going to do is identify feelings you already have. The money, the essence of the money is this amazing feeling of so muchness, right? Can you imagine? You know that if you had everything you wanted, you'd be sitting there feeling like, yes, it's so much, it's so good. Now, as you think about that, you might realize that the essence of so much is kind of independent to money. And so what is actually possible is to exercise the emotion of so much on amazing, beautiful, loving things in your life. The vibration of wealth, the vibration of money, this might be the first time you've heard this, is right next door to the vibration of love and appreciation. And so we can go in that direction and practice the emotions in the direction of money without actually have to think about money to begin with. So right now, I invite you to think about something in your life that you have so much of. Do you have so many cute baby relatives, children, grandchildren? Do you have so many memories of being a kid? Do you have so many people you love in your life, friends? Do you have so many beautiful things in your home? Do you have so much beautiful nature around you? Do you have interesting things around you? Do you have so many options? What do you have so much of? Maybe it's just memories. Maybe it's just smiles. Maybe it is so much time. Maybe it is so many fun things to do. Maybe it is so many gardens in your yard, so many flowers. And we want to spend time here because there's a difference between you saying, oh, of course I appreciate this. Of course I like these things. Of course I love these things. Versus going deep and being like, yes, I have so much. I love it. It's amazing. I'm in awe. So we want to go into the feeling places of these things you already know and hang out there because it feels good. So I'll give you an example and then I'll give you a minute of silence so you can find and exercise your own thing. But for me, I go out on my deck in the morning and I look up at all the trees and I see all of the leaves and I see all of the plants and I can some seasons see all of the bugs flying around and the butterflies or dragonflies. There's so much fresh air. And so I go out and I'm just like, wow, so much. Gosh, there's so much. There's more than enough here. There's so much beauty. There's so many things to look out at here. The flowers are beautiful. There is just so much. Wow, this is all for me. This view, these plants, these bushes, this nature, this fresh air, it's all for me. So much. So I want to give you a minute now to choose something in your life and do that. Do that kind of rant. Go into the details. Take up time by going into the details of what you have so much of and how much you love it and what's really nice about it. So let's start that minute now. What do you have so much of? How nice is it? Smile, rant, appreciate, love. You could just say, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. So good, so much, so much, so much, so much. You don't need a lot of words. It's not about words. Now I know, I've been doing this a while. This has been my personal practice for over 12 years. I've been a coach and teaching this for over 7. I know you're feeling better right now. If on the slim chance you're not feeling better, you're thinking too far. You're trying too hard. You didn't find something you already love. So back off. Pause this, rewind again, and find something. Your litmus test is that you literally feel better now. If you don't realize right now that you're feeling better, which 99.9% of you are, then go back and try it again until you can find that place of feeling good. So let me explain to you what's happening in your body right now. You are feeling good. You have, maybe not great, I don't know, that's not the point. The point isn't to be emanating perfection right now. The point is that you are feeling better. And as you are feeling better, you are emanating out an improved emotion. The universe is taking notice, and like magnetism, like magnets, you are becoming a match to more and more things that correlate to so much. Manifestations come in 3 stages. The first stage is that you manifest feeling better. So congratulations, you have done the first step. Think of your new form state right now as a manifestation. You did something in your mind, and now you're feeling better. You manifested feeling better. The second stage of manifesting is in generating new ideas. What happens is as your vibration increases, you have access to a new level of ideas that match that energy. And it is those ideas which are opening the doors to the path to actually get the cash, to actually get the money and the wealth and the so muchness of whatever you want. So the fresh ideas when you are feeling good is your second manifestation, the second phase. So what I want you to really consider is to deeply trust the ideas you get when you are feeling better. Deeply trust those. That is the universe's way of whispering your next step. The third phase of the manifestation is the physical. It is when you then have that extra inspiration to take action on one of those new ideas. You just feel like doing it. It seems easy, it seems obvious, it seems fun. And then as you transform those thoughts into the physical with your physical body, things happen, things change, phone calls come in, opportunities come in. You notice certain people, you notice certain offers. You notice obvious things that match you where you want to go. And is the result of the inspired action that gets you the actual goods. Sometimes the actual goods just fall from nowhere and just show up like a check in the mail or you get money. Sometimes that happens. But let's not depend on that. Let's realize that the path is feeling good, which you just did, which means you are now, today, right now, in the next hour, you will get some new ideas. And maybe you don't know what those mean. Maybe you don't know what you should do. Don't act on any of them right now. Keep doing this meditation every single day. And at some point, one of your ideas you will feel 100% about, and nobody could stop you. And that is how you know the energy is lined up. When you have formulated, manifested this new idea, you've built the energy, and then nobody could stop you. That is the path. Nobody could convince you otherwise. And then things start really happening, which is phase 3. That's why I invite you to have a journal or piece of paper during our meditations, because sometimes you just get those ideas and you want to write them down right away. So I invite you to do that during this meditation or after. So take that deep breath and tell yourself, good job, you're doing it. You sat here, you're doing the meditation. You've done like almost all the work at this point. Now it's about practicing and repeating this. Smile, know that, damn, I'm good. I'm doing it, I'm doing it, I'm doing it. If you're somebody who's said before, I don't do this, I need to do this more, you don't have to say that anymore. You can say, I'm doing it, I'm doing it, I'm doing it. And you can believe it now, because literally right now you are doing it. And the more you claim that you're doing it, you will actually manifest doing it more. And then that's like fuel. So claim that, yes, I'm doing it. I know how. I'm learning to shift my emotions, my emotional energy with nothing around me changing. I know it's working because I feel better. I know it's working because I'm going to start getting new ideas. I know it's working because eventually one of those ideas I'm just going to feel like doing. Now, if you're feeling like this is good and you don't want to go on the topic of money because you're just feeling like the vibes are high, then I invite you to just press pause and go about your day. Hold on to this energy and drag it into your day. Pay attention to the ideas you get. Write them down. Do this over and over and over again. And within a couple days, a week or two, you will have found your first inspired action based off of one of those new ideas. If you'd like to go a little further, then let's start thinking about money. Let's go deeper. Let's go find that vibration more specifically. Yes. All right, you guys. Can you picture it? What do you want? What do you want? 100 grand in the bank? That's nice. So imagine it. It's there. You want a second home, third home? You want to just pay for your kids' school with one check? You want to just get whatever you want all the time and not think about it? You want to just know money's coming? What do you want? What's that juicy thing? What's that juicy vision? One of mine right now is I've done a lot of work to my house, my property, but I have one hill that has been unattended to. And I want to get geared up to have an excavator come and rip it all out and plant some grapevines, a little vineyard. Not because I actually want to make wine, but because I think they are pretty. And so I am in the morning time visualizing this. I can feel it happening. I've made a couple small steps in the direction of thinking about contractors and timing. So I might think, if I'm standing here on my deck and I'm looking over there and there's just this beautiful view on what's now a messy hill. That would be beautiful. I'd be standing here looking at that piece of land and I'd be like, oh, wow, that's beautiful. Yes, I love that I just threw the money down. I just love that I just threw it out, hired people, and here it is. So right now I can picture how I would feel looking at this thing that's done. I'd be standing there feeling really proud. Oh, yeah, I did it. I'd be thinking, this is beautiful. I just love that I have so much that it just doesn't matter. The money doesn't matter because it's just so much. I'd feel proud I did it. Oh, spending however much that cost easily. Oh, I'd just be standing there feeling like, yeah. Kind of have this grin on my face. I'd be proud. Be breathing deep. I'd just be feeling like, yes. So what is that for you? Money in the bank, 100 grand, $1,000,000? 10 grand's too small, you guys. Paying off your debt's too small. If it's too hard to go to 100 grand, if you just can't imagine what that would feel like, fine, go lower. But see, can you stretch up? What's the most that you can do in your mind without feeling lack? If you go too far, if you imagine something you really don't believe that's just too far, a little gremlin is going to pop up and say, doubt it, too hard. So if you've done that, back off, go lower. Go lower until you can imagine how good it would feel to accomplish it. Maybe it is just paying off credit card debt. Man, I'd be sitting at my kitchen counter, I'd click the button, I'd see zero balance, and man, that would be good. Or maybe it is 10 grand, the first 10 grand in your bank account. Oh, so good. But can you go further? If you can't, cool, hang out there. I was $225,000 in debt. I think it was about a year and a half of doing this exercise, and I manifested the money, and I called up the debtor, and I said, you can have all your money over whatever it was, 20 years, or I'll give you 100 grand right now. And they took the deal. I wrote a check for 100 grand. Whew, gone. You can even imagine how I felt. How did I feel in that moment? You can put yourself in my body. How did that feel when I just, poof, felt good? So what we're doing right now is, what is that version of you in 2 years? What is that 2-year version of you? In 2 years, you reached all your goals. You got the money. You're feeling like a baller. You're feeling like a badass. You just did it. You've got proof, you're seeing it, it's growing, it's there, it's there, it's there. But you're still drinking your coffee in the morning, and you're still in your jammies, you're still in your slippers. So while in your jammies drinking that coffee, how do you feel? Yes, now you hold that. Now you're feeling better, specifically on the topic of money. Now you know it's working. Now the next thing is you're going to start receiving new ideas that match where you are right now emotionally. Those new ideas directly correlate to your path of money, wealth, and abundance. You may not know which ones to act on. Don't act on anything. Let them brew. Do this meditation all the time until you just can't not take the action. Yes. You're doing it. The work is never more complicated than this. You can go a little bit deeper. I do deeper exercises with my clients, but this is it. This is 90% of what could be done. And now it's just about repeating, doing this over and over again. Once a week for 6 months, a couple times a week. The more you do this, the more you reach for this emotional space, and the more you hold it, the faster it all happens. If you dip down and get off track for a couple weeks, doesn't matter, just start up again. I invite you to let yourself off the hook for everything. The only thing that matters is how you feel right now. And you're feeling good, you're grooving, you've reached it. You right now are vibing the frequency of abundance. That's the work. Yes, 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 yes. So I'm going to be silent for about a minute. Let this soak in. Then we're going to take a deep breath, open our eyes, wiggle out of the emotion, give each other a big hug, and carry about our day, go on with our day. Feels good to feel good. I invite you to open up your eyes and stretch. Yes. Have a great day, guys. Come back and do this over and over.